Hi everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. Today, I am excited to bring to you from the G.I. Joe 30th anniversary line. This is Lifeline. Lifeline is one of those characters that I think had the greatest appeal through the classic Sunbow cartoon, where he was a somewhat featured and prominent character. Um, Lifeline, if you remember, was a pacifist, and he refused to use guns. And I think in an action cartoon, that was brilliant because there were situations where Lifeline had to use his wits instead of his fists to get out of situations. Um, I do find it kind of funny that the original figure and its repaint in Tiger Force both came with a little handgun, and this version of the character is referred to as a rescue trooper. And many fans prefer this version of the character as a rescue trooper, feeling that, hey, um, he's a medic, but he's a combat medic. He needs to be able to go in and defend the soldiers and Joes as well as himself. He was actually tied into that little bit of that zombie storyline that the 30th anniversary had, so that it plays into that too, that he would have some form of armament. The sculpting is very close to the original visage of our good Lifeline, Edwin Steen. Nice little upstates. As you can tell, there is a removable helmet, which we'll get to. Articulation is basically your Pursuit of Cobra 30th anniversary standard. Universal shoulders, 90-degree bend at the elbow with a swivel, enhanced wrist articulation. He does have the up and down movement. Ab crunch, slightly limited due to the padding and patches molded in onto his chest. Ball jointed hips, 90-degree bend at the elbow, and ankle articulation. Does feature a knife sheath as well as the holster there, as well as a chest holster for his syringe. But this is not all of the accessories that Lifeline comes with. Let's take a look at them right now. First, Lifeline has this great suppressed assault rifle that we saw during the Rise of Cobra line and into the 30th anniversary and Pursuit of Cobra line. It's big, it's hefty, it looks really cool. I think we've even seen this in the Retaliation line, repainted ever so slightly. And just to show it off a little better, here is a movable helmet, great reproduction of the original helmet, fits quite nicely. But the real star of the show are all of his rescue accessories. We do have a nice little sled that you can fit a figure on, a medical pack that the IV line and the shock paddles here at the top can fit into. You do have an IV clip that can peg into the pack and then slide onto the arm, as well as an oxygen mask. So a lot of little accessories. I am going to put through a partial pre-lost warning just because those shock pads on the right type of carpet can disappear, and you do have clear tubing for the IV drip, the IV bag, and the breathing mask, and that can blend in very easily. I just had a thought setting up the figure for this final shot. Do you ever think Lifeline would kind of get confused, go for the syringe, and reach into the wrong holster and end up shooting somebody? And vice versa, he goes to shoot somebody and ends up giving them a antibiotic injection. Yeah, you gotta be really quick on your toes in this kind of field. For me, Lifeline will always be that very respected, lovable, uh, pacifist G.I. Joe who earned the respect of his teammates by his dedication to his craft and helping both Joe and Cobra alike. And of course, I do remember that little after episode, Now You Know segment talking about proper nutrition. It's those kind of little things that just stick with you over time. Unfortunately, due to the accessory count and the fact that, hey, it's Lifeline, This figure goes for a little bit of money on the aftermarket. Not as bad as, say, as Renegade Storm Shadow or one of the Troopers, but you might pause before diving right in. Well, this is your old pal Chuck, and I think this pretty much finishes off my look at the 30th anniversary figures. I kind of passed on the Hazard Trooper because I just didn't like the way it looked, and the Cobra Trooper is the exact same as the Pursuiter Cobra Trooper, and I've said several times that the Dollar General Joe's Trooper, black and blue, are kind of a better value in my opinion, kind of function better, and I ended up liking those a lot more. So, I guess all that's left is to look forward to the next wave of the 50th plus one anniversary line. So, stay tuned for that. This is Lifeline. I'm your old pal Chuck, and we'll see you next time.